Hi there, everyone. I'm meteorologist Ashley Baylor with a check of your latest forecast. We are continuing to track Hurricane Matthew. It is still a Category 1 hurricane with winds sustained at 75 miles per hour and is moving off to the east-northeast about 13 miles per hour. So now it is going to start to push offshore of Wilmington, North Carolina. But you can see most of the heavy rain throughout the day has actually been farther inland, hugging the 95 corridor. So far, we haven't seen much heavy rain across the coastline, but that will change. As we take a look at our satellite and radar composite, you can see all this moisture streaming from the south to the north, but eventually as we get on the back edge of this departing storm, it will pull all of that heavy rain across the coastline. But right now, looks like some of the heaviest rain is going to remain farther inland, and that's where we'll likely see some of the highest rainfall amounts. So let's put a track on Matthew for you. And as you can see, Matthew will likely weaken to a tropical storm by the time you go through the overnight hours, but it will be pretty close to Hatteras, which means that places down towards Rodanthe and Hatteras will contend with some very strong winds, and especially some rather high wind gusts. Here we are at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, wind sustained at 65 miles per hour as it continues to push farther off the shore here. But then eventually Matthew will likely just weaken to a remnant low by the time we get to Monday. So that is something that has changed slightly in the forecast, meaning that Matthew will likely not even remain a storm by the time it kind of hooks back around towards the Bahamas and Florida. So here's our future track forecast. We'll start here at 7 o'clock this evening, and you can see going through the evening and on into the overnight hours, this big swath of red indicating some of that moderate to heavy rain that will be pounding our area. So this is where the rain will really start to add up. If you have a rain gauge anywhere near your house and you want to send us some of your rainfall totals, feel free to post them to Facebook or Twitter, or you can always email us at report@wavy.com. By the time you get to 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, the heavy rain should be offshore, and by then we'll just be contending with light rainfall across the region, but even that will start to taper off by the time you get to the middle of the day. So as we go into Sunday afternoon, we're looking a little bit brighter, but it is going to remain windy. The wind is really going to pick up overnight and continue through Sunday overnight. Expect sustained wind speeds between 25 to 35 miles per hour, gusting up to 50 at times, and especially tomorrow morning, we could see sustained wind speeds between 30 to 40 miles per hour, gusting to 50, possibly even closer to 60 farther south down towards Rodanthe and Hatteras. Now here's a look at our American model, the GFS. This is the rain forecast here, and it is showing about 7 inches across the south side, closer to 9-10 inches down towards Ahoskie and Edenton. Now, I also want to show you our European model, and even though the European model has a couple inches less in those places, it does seem to be in agreement with where that heaviest rain will set up, and it seems to stretch from Virginia Beach through Chesapeake, Suffolk, down towards Ahoskie and Roanoke Rapids. So that's where we will likely see some of those higher rainfall amounts. But overall, along the Outer Banks and through northeast North Carolina, I would say a safe bet would be between 7 to 10 inches, possibly locally higher amounts. Wind gusts right around 50 miles per hour on Sunday, gusting to, again, closer to 60 down towards Rodanthe and Hatteras. Look out for overwash and beach erosion, especially if you're going to be traveling along NC 12. Now across the south side, we're looking at about 5 to 8 inches locally higher. I would say easily higher amounts out towards places like Suffolk, Franklin, Southampton County. Could see higher amounts there. Wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour on Sunday. Tidal flooding, minor tidal flooding likely on Sunday, possibly approaching moderate tidal flooding. So here's a look at our tidal flooding forecast here, and you can see right around 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, we could see water levels crest around 4.8 feet, indicating minor tidal flooding. Most of us will sleep right through that. But here we go towards 3:45 in the afternoon on Sunday. You can see water levels will approach 5.2 feet, which is close to the threshold of moderate flooding. So the water level is really going to come up there, but then we drop to nuisance tidal flooding for high tide both times on Monday morning and Monday afternoon. Here's your 7-day forecast. So again, we're looking better on Monday. We'll be brighter. It is going to remain a little bit breezy though, so that will keep temperatures in the low 60s for the rest of the week. Lots of sunshine with temperatures ranging anywhere from the mid 60s to the mid 70s.